31. Obligated by such great beneficence, when we entered the triclinium dining room, there ran up to us he, that same slave, for which we had beseeched that he be spared from the flogging. And he impegged, while he was giving us thanks, he impegged some very thick kisses for, another pro here, for our humanity. Okay, to sum it up, immediately you shall know, he said, to who you give this kindness. The master's wine of the administrator is the thanks. Okay, so they're giving some wine. Last then, we discubed, sat down with some Alexandrian boys in funding, they're all ablatives, pouring niveated water, or water from snow, into our hands, and the others following to the feet. And with a huge delicacy or intricateness, this is a fungus or something you get around your toenail. So apparently they're cleaning his feet or cutting his fingernails or toenails or whatever. Daily Dictionary. Paranoia, from Latin paranoia, the plural of paranoium, the neuter. Medicine, an infection under the cuticle of the fingernail or the toe. So I guess you could look up the neuter of that in the dictionary. Okay, and not even they quit him in this so molestus a duty were they silent, so they were even doing this thing for them. But along the way, obiter, they were singing. Ego, that's me. I wanted to experiment or test whether the whole family, singular, was singing. And so I demanded or asked for a potion, a drink. A very prepared boy at hand, he received this, not with a less acidic singing voice, or shrill or something. And anyone else, it looks like, who was regardless, that was asked for anything, that he should give it, and so they did. So they all obeyed. A chorus of pantomimes, not the triclinium of a paterfamilias, you would think or believe. Nevertheless, yet still, there was allotted to us a gustatio, a tasting, which is very elegant, for already or now, all had discuberented, besides Triclinius himself, to who, in this new moray, in this new style, the primus locus, first place, was preserved for him or saved for him. But an ass, like a donkey Corinthian, was placed in this promissadio, gustations, little tastes or eggs and stuff they put on the promissadio, so it's a tray, with a bisack. A sack is like a sack, bi means two, so it's a double type of sack, which had olives in it. It's a double sack, so there's two. One part had alba olives and the other part had nigris olives, so black and white olives were on the tray. Covering the arse, plural, were two lances, two plates, in the margins of which the name was in scriptum. The name was written of Trimolaconius, or whoever he is, and inscribed was the pound of the weight of the silver of the tray, maybe, or whatever. Pontaculi, little bridges even, iron little bridges, were sustaining glisses, glires plural, it's some sort of mouse, a dormice or something, which was sprinkled or sparsos with papaveres, which are, what are those things? They're, I can't remember them, honey and some little seed or something. Okay, so apparently these little iron bridges are just things on there. Anyway, how far are we going down to Connexo today? Okay, fulrunt. So there's a neuter plural there, tomaculars. They're like a liver sausage or something over the grill, over the silvery grill, and they were hot. Posita est means they were placed there. Posita sunt. And below this little grate, so they're cooking on a grill, was Syrica pruna with grains. Okay, that's apple, Punic apples are pomegranates, so grains of little seeds of that. What the hell, papavay? I should know what that is. 32. Aramis. We were in these sumptuousnesses things, enjoying the extravagance, when Trimakakio was a lartist, was brought into the symphony. There's obviously music, and he was placed amongst some cushions, extremely small ones. Expressed a laugh. There was a laugh given out to the very imprudent or unaware people. Poppy seed, that's what they were. For a palio, coquino, that's purple, so it's purple gown sort of cloak. Okay, so his head, the neuter, was a rasum that was shorn or cut, and he was excluded from this cloak, the purple cloak. So included in it would have been the rest of his body besides his head, and around his burdened neck was burdened with the clothing. It was he'd put in a mapam, which is a napkin, the stripe, laticlavum, like they do with their robes, and it's got fringes here and there hanging down. So he had even in his minimal finger of his left hand, a great ring, close to gold. Sub usually means just under, so it was guess it looked gold. But the extreme joint of his following finger, minor, so it's a smaller ring or whatever. You wouldn't have a smaller finger than your minimal one. Anyway, as it seemed to me, this was totally gold, but so it seemed, but plainly or clearly, it was actually iron, as if stars, fermentine, blah blah blah, another iron-looking word. Et ne has tantum ostenderit. So even with this show of riches, he bared his dextrum lacertum, so part of the arm. It was coltum or decorated with a golden armadillo, armlet or bracelet or something, and it's got a Eboreo ring on it, another circular thing, maybe a bangle or something, and it's made of ivory. Lemino's like a plate or something, splendid there, joined on. So this thing here does look ironish, but it's actually an iron solder or something. Okay, so he looks like he's rich, but he's obviously got iron and things, and anyway, that'll do for the day.